And on to the latest on Russia-Ukraine war. A strike by the Russian forces on the city of Zaporizhzhia, that is in southern Ukraine, has killed 5 people and wounded 3 others.
Emergency officials say that the number of victims could rise as crews work through debris. The strike is one of several major attacks reported across Ukraine over the past 48 hours.
Russia further claimed a significant battlefield gain in east, saying that its troops have taken full control of the city of Kupiansk in the Kharkiv region. It was on Thursday that President Vladimir Putin even visited the command post of Russia's West military grouping, where he met with top commanders, including Chief of the General Staff, and briefed Putin on operations in Donetsk and Kharkiv, claiming Russian troops had not only taken Kupiansk, but were also advancing around the Oskil River.
Russian Defense Ministry also released a new video that it says was filmed in the southern district of Pokrovsk. Now, the video shows Russian soldiers moving through deserted streets, lined with scorched apartment buildings and shattered windows.
The Chief of the General Staff said that the Russian force now controls 70% of Pokrovsk and more than 80% of Vovchansk.
And during the meeting, Putin described Ukraine's leadership as an organized crime syndicate. Listen to this.
Что такое политическое руководство Украины, мы уже понимаем.
We already understand what Ukraine's political leadership is. It's no longer a political leadership. Since March of last year, a group of individuals, this criminal group, this organized crime syndicate, has usurped power and, under the pretext of continuing the war with Russia, is holding on to that power in Ukraine for the purpose of personal enrichment.
И под предлогом необходимости продолжения войны с Россией.
His comments referenced Ukrainian President Zelensky's recent dismissal of 2 senior officials. That is after investigators uncovered a corruption scheme which involved roughly $100 million allegedly embezzled from the energy sector. WION's correspondent Susan Tehrani has shared us details on the phone.
Caroline Leavitt, White House press secretary, announced that the U.S. engaged both Russia and Ukraine equally for more than a month in crafting a proposed peace deal. Key U.S. figures, including Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and Marco Rubio, held negotiations with intermediaries from both sides. The draft envisioned by the U.S. has been delivered to Ukraine, which says will review it with an eye towards ending the conflict in a, quote, worthy way. Meanwhile, Leavitt warned that President Trump is, quote, increasingly frustrated with both parties' reluctance to commit.